In the endless scroll of our digital lives, we navigate a curated gallery of perfect moments. Have you ever found yourself there late at night watching highlight reels of someone else's journey? A cascade of breathtaking vacations, flawless selfies, and celebrated achievements. And in that quiet moment, a familiar sinking feeling begins to creep in. A small voice whispers, "Why can't my life look like that? Why can't I be like them?" This is the comparison trap. It's a subtle thief that slips into our minds and quietly steals our joy, replacing it with envy and self-doubt. It convinces us that our own unique story isn't good enough, but this feeling isn't new. It's a timeless human struggle. And the key to unlocking this trap can be found in a simple, ancient story. The story of a crow who felt just as lost as we sometimes do, until he discovered a truth that could change the way you see yourself forever. Our story begins with a young crow, who until this day had been perfectly content. He loved the feeling of the wind beneath his wings and the clever way he could solve any puzzle to find a meal. He was proud to be a crow. One sunny afternoon he landed on a branch overlooking a tranquil pond. There he saw a creature of breathtaking beauty, a swan gliding across the water as if it were made of liquid moonlight. Its feathers were the purest white, catching the sun like 1,000 tiny diamonds. Below, a group of villagers had gathered, their faces filled with awe and admiration. They pointed and whispered, captivated by the swan's elegance. The crow looked down at his own feathers, suddenly seeing them not as sleek and strong but as dull and common, the color of shadows. When the villagers finally noticed him perched above, their smiles vanished. They waved their hands dismissively, shouting for the ugly bird to leave. A profound sadness washed over the crow. He watched the beloved swan and thought to himself,
"If only I were that beautiful. If only I were white and graceful, then they would admire me too. They would see me, really see me, and I would finally be loved."
With a heavy heart and wounded pride, the young crow took flight. He left the sunny pond behind and flew deep into the shadows of the forest, seeking a place where no one could see his shame. He perched on a mossy branch, his head bowed, letting his sorrowful cause echo through the silent woods. After a while, a gentle rustling of wings announced a visitor. An older, wiser crow landed softly on a branch nearby. He had seen many seasons pass and recognized the deep pain in the young one's posture. He watched for a moment before speaking in a kind, raspy voice.
"Your cries carry a heavy burden, young one. What troubles your spirit so deeply?"
"It's my feathers. They are black and ugly. My voice is harsh. At the pond, the villagers admire the beautiful white swan, but they chase me away. I am worthless next to him. I wish I were a swan. Then I would be happy and loved."
The old crow listened patiently, his gaze full of understanding. He looked at the young crow's feathers, which in the dappled forest light shone with hints of deep blue and purple. "I see you believe the swan's white feathers hold the key to happiness, but perception is a tricky thing. We often build palaces of envy from a single stone of observation. Before you decide to trade your own unique existence for another's, I have a suggestion for you. A quest, if you will. Go back to the swan, but this time don't just look at it, speak to it. Ask the swan from one heart to another if it is truly the happiest bird in the world."
The old crow's words were not a command, but an invitation to seek the truth beyond appearances. A flicker of hope ignited in the young crow's chest. He had been so lost in his own story of lack, he never considered the swan might have a story of its own. With a newfound sense of purpose, he thanked the elder and launched himself into the air. He flew out of the dark forest and back toward the sunlit pond, his wings beating with determination. This was no longer a flight of escape, but a flight toward understanding. With renewed hope, the crow sought the swan, a vision of pure serenity on a tranquil lake. It landed nearby, its heart filled with admiration. It felt certain this was the answer to its quest.
"Oh, magnificent swan, your grace is legendary. You glide upon the water like a living jewel, a vision of pure white perfection. Every creature that sees you is filled with awe. Surely a being as beautiful and admired as you must know the secret to true happiness. Please tell me, are you as joyful as you appear?"
The swan turned its elegant head. "Kind crow, your words are generous. It is true, my feathers may be beautiful, but this beauty is a gilded cage. I am admired, yes, but I am not free. I am confined to this pond, a living ornament for human eyes. My world has boundaries I can see but never cross. Every day I see birds like you soar in the endless sky, and my heart aches with a longing I cannot express. While people admire my youth, I live with the quiet fear of what happens when my beauty fades." When I grow old, they might even eat me. This constant uncertainty, this lack of control over my own destiny. It casts a long shadow over any joy my appearance might bring. I don't know if I'll live tomorrow.
Shocked, the crow's perception was shattered. If this vision of perfection was not happy, then who could be?
Then who is the happiest?
The parrot, it said softly. Its feathers are more colorful, a vibrant jewel of the sky. It can speak and laugh, connecting with humans in a way I never can. They cherish it for its company, and people don't eat it. Surely a creature so colorful and cherished must be the one you seek.
So the crow went to find a parrot. Holding on to this new hope, it flew over the human world, searching for a flash of brilliant color. Finally, it found one. But as the crow drew closer, it saw the golden bars that held the magnificent bird captive. The parrot looked at him and said,
"Yes, my feathers are colorful. Everyone calls me beautiful. But this beauty is my prison. Because of them, I live in a cage. I can see you, free and unbound, and my soul screams to join you. I spend my life locked up. I long for freedom. What good are wings if you can never fly? If you want happiness, look at the peacock. It roams a grand garden where thousands come to witness its glory. When it unfurls its tail, it's like 1,000 jeweled eyes opening to the sun. Everyone admires it."
Each conversation was a lesson, peeling back another layer of the mystery of happiness. With a nod to the captive parrot, the crow took to the sky once more determined than ever. So the crow flew to the zoo, where the peacock spread its dazzling feathers as visitors cheered.
You must be the happiest bird.
No, my friend. People pluck my feathers and sell them. It hurts. I live trapped behind bars. I wish I could live freely, like you. No one bothers you. You can go wherever you want.
The crow was stunned. He finally understood. All this time he was chasing what others had, without seeing the gift he already carried. Freedom. The young crow returned, not with the weight of borrowed feathers, but with the lightness of a lesson learned. He landed beside the old crow, his eyes no longer filled with envy, but with a profound, quiet clarity.
I finally understand, he chirped, his voice steady. I don't want to be anyone else anymore. I don't want the gilded cage, the heavy crown of beauty that keeps you from the sky. I want the wind under my own wings, the freedom of being exactly who I was meant to be. I'm happy to be me, a crow simple and free.
The old crow nodded, a knowing glint in his eye. And in the crow's revelation lies a lesson for us all. We look at others and see only the shimmering surface, the perfect photo, the celebrated success, but we miss the silent struggles behind the smiles, the years of sacrifice and doubt. Everyone carries an invisible weight. Everyone hides their own battles behind the armor of beauty, wealth, or achievement. The peacock's prison has many forms. Comparing yourself to others is a game designed to make you lose. It blinds you to the blessings already in your hands. So remember these truths. Comparison steals joy. It replaces gratitude with a constant hunger for what you don't have. Freedom and peace are worth more than any appearance. The freedom to be authentic, to live without a mask, that is true wealth. And finally, you are unique. Your blend of talents and experiences is a masterpiece the world needs. Nobody can be a better you than you. So it's time to stop asking, why can't I be like them? That question keeps you chained to the ground. Instead, look in the mirror and ask a more powerful one. What makes me, me? See the survivor, the dreamer, the work in progress. Trade envy for inspiration. Turn away from comparison and turn toward gratitude. Start saying with every fiber of your being, I am grateful to be me. If this story opened your eyes, share it with someone who needs this reminder to find their own wings. Help them break free from the cage of comparison. And for more stories that turn into strength for your journey, subscribe to Fuel for Winners, where we learn to soar together.